show me something. Treat it like it owe me something. Pushing on the button like a button. Game more time for time. Still getting right again a function.
Hey you guys, my name is Courtney Jay, and this is the final day before my birthday. This isn't a vlog because I literally haven't been doing anything today but sleeping, caught up with my cousin. I just gave Peppa to her doggy sitter. So now I'm just relaxing the rest of the evening. It's almost 8 o'clock, so that means it's 4 hours until midnight. I'm so excited. And like I did last year, I talked about, what was it, a letter to my teen self. And I was so emotional in that video. And you know what's crazy? I don't watch any of my old videos. Like a few of them I do when I'm like really bored, but that happens like once every couple of months, to be honest. But I don't really watch any of my past videos, so it's like only you guys can tell, I guess, how much I've grown. Like I can tell how much I've grown on this end of things, but not on you guys' end of things, if that makes sense. But I had to do this video, a letter to my 20-year-old self now that I'm entering year 21, or 21 rounds around the sun. And honestly, year 20 was actually pretty interesting. Year 20, I lived on my own for the first time, paid bills for the first time, like high bills. Honestly, my highest bill was my rent. Like everything else was so like micro. Year 20, I started, travel dancing. My year 20, I tapped into my feminine energy. Year 20, I met interesting people in my life. I've disconnected from people in my life that I loved, which I still do love. And I have just learned even more about myself, which is basically to not dim my light and to live my life in my own energy, be the main character. And when I saw a TikTok, this girl was like, if somebody were to tell you that you would be a billionaire in 2 days, you would act so different in the midst of that happening. So when we receive signs from the universe, angel numbers, whatever, animals, synchronicities, dreams, it's like they're like signs to us. So it's the same thing as being verbally told, like, hey, you're gonna be this within a certain amount of time. And that's why they say time is an illusion. That's like another example as to why. I just want to say, like, I really don't have much to say, but I do have enough to say to where it's like, I just understand what it means to really just be in my own energy more. I understand what it means to let go of control. I understand what it means to just allow people to be themselves, expect people to be themselves. It is not a good or bad thing. It's literally neutral. Instead of putting expectations on people that they can't meet, put the expectation of somebody just being themselves. And if it's something that doesn't align with your values or your way of life, that doesn't make them a bad person. They just don't align with you. So you can either let them in your life, or you can detach them from being in your life. My year 20 taught me that everything is literally a choice, and we are living in a dream. Like all the stuff that we experience in this realm, it's so bizarre and crazy, all the things that actually happen. It's insane. It's like a movie, and we're all just living in a movie within a movie within a movie. We're not living in a world, we're living in our mind. And if you never thought about it before, the little voice that's talking in our heads is like, ask yourself, who is it that is hearing the voice in our head? Mind effing you at this point, okay? Year 20 also taught me so much about my boundaries when it comes to men, when it comes to sex, and acceptance for certain traumas, acceptance for my part in things, acceptance with me owning my truth and not allowing anything or anyone to make me think that how I feel or how I am isn't right or whatever. Like, my year 20, I fully tapped into, I know who I am, and I'm going to stand by that. I know what I say, and I'm going to stand by that. I know how I feel. I know what I believe, and I'm going to stand by that. Nobody can literally tell me about myself. Only me. Only me. And that can sound cocky. That can sound ignorant. It can sound however it's supposed to sound in your level of awareness and whatever you perceive it to be. All I know is that for me in my journey, year 20 taught me that I know who I am and no one can tell me who I am. And that's just that. Year 20 taught me it's okay to let go. It is more than okay to let go. Year 20 taught me how to tie into my intuition more. Year 20 helped me grow so much in my self-awareness to where it's like everything, I just observe things more and more. As the days go by, I just grow in awareness and learn to just observe. I get through my emotions. I get through my anxiety attacks. I meditate. I sit with myself and I learn to just observe. Year 20 taught me to be comfortable in my own skin and to not be afraid to go for it. Year 20 taught me how to not be afraid of the unexpected. And being a dancer, in hindsight, we have to expect the unexpected. When we go up to a customer, we don't know what to expect. Of course, we have the faith that this person's gonna, get a dance from me. However, we really don't know what to expect no matter what happens when we enter the club. We just have high faith every single time we walk in that club. And this industry ties into my soul's purpose so much because it's literally has taught me how to release control, how to expect the unexpected and be okay with that, and still hold my ground and my confidence and my high self-esteem. And to ask myself, who is Courtney Jay before all the labels and projections and the programs? Like, who really am I? Do I really genuinely believe that my skin color is a hindrance for my success? Or is that just how people go about things in this 3D realm? Stuff like that. I question everything now. And if something doesn't tie into how I truly feel on the inside, 20-year-old me taught me how to let the thoughts just go on their own, because at the end of the day, that's not how I choose to operate in life. Year 20 taught me how to be okay with expressing myself and not being afraid to express myself. And it also taught me how to be superficial. Year 20 taught me how to not overextend my energy. It taught me how not to overshare. And the big thing it taught me was no matter who comes in your life, they can be really, really nice. Really, really, really nice. They could be sweet. However, just because somebody's really nice or really sweet doesn't mean that they have genuine intentions being in your life for the long run in that aspect. Doesn't make them a bad person. But everybody has a season in your life. Instead of going about things like, oh, I can't trust anybody and I'm just going to be by myself. Everything is an experience. We experience people for a reason. Those people experience me for a reason. I'm okay with being the bad guy in people's story. That's what year 20 taught me too. Like, I am okay with being the bad guy in other people's stories. It doesn't change my life. It doesn't stop what's for me. It doesn't stop, anything going for me. And because I'm not sending out hate to anyone in my life, I'm like so not concerned about anything, because my heart is in a totally different place than a lot of people, if that makes sense. So I've been okay with that. I've been okay with just detaching. I've been okay with just being in my own light. I've been okay with just knowing that I tell myself how things go. And the minute I allow an external thing to define how I feel on the inside, that's when I'm out of alignment, and that's when things will get haywire in my life. Year 20 also taught me that me creating, me speaking to people is a part of my purpose. And when I'm not creating, when I'm not talking to people, when I'm not living in my authenticity, that's when I am sad. Year 20 taught me that I don't even have to do the most for anybody's attention, because what's for me is going to always be for me. All I got to do is exist and just beam of white light every single day, and just be beautiful and smile and treat everybody the way that I desire to be treated. The same way that we learned in school, treat people the way you desire to be treated, literally. Year 20 taught me that it's okay to be disciplined in life. I had to learn that the reason why I would be triggered by that word discipline is because when I was younger, I thought that I was being disciplined in ways that I shouldn't even have to be disciplined for, if that makes sense. It was like, I'm a kid. Like, why should I even be concerned about like a job or money or this and that, So it's like I experienced discipline in a different way, to where when I grew up, I was like, I don't desire to be disciplined. I should be able to do what I want when I want. However, there has to be a balance between that. Because when you still have things you desire to achieve, especially in this industry, and we are in an industry where it's considered inconsistent money, so that's why it's important to save and invest, especially during like slower seasons. It's like year 20 taught me that no matter how much money I physically have, has it ever stopped me from doing what I wanted to do? No. It was slow as heck in Charlotte for months. That didn't stop me from still traveling. That didn't stop me from paying my bills. It didn't stop me from taking care of Peppa's baby. It didn't stop anything. And when you sit and reflect on that, if you guys just got what I said, like if you really sit with yourself, no matter how much money you have or didn't have, no matter how many friends you've had or didn't have, whatever the case may be in your personal life, has that ever stopped you from fulfilling your desires, no matter how long it took you to fulfill your desire? We literally stand in our own way. And year 20, I learned that I have been standing in my own way. And all the signs that I receive once I start to pay attention to what the actual numbers mean by themselves, and then paid attention to what it means when it's in a 3-number sequence, it helped me to see things a bit more, to understand why I am receiving a certain number all the time. How does it really tie into my life in this current moment? So me going into year 21, I intend to just enjoy my life and be happy. And me watching The Simple Life has helped me so much with that. Because I love how Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, they didn't have their millions, their phones, their cars, and they had to do these typical jobs, and they still just held a certain frequency about themselves and had fun. You're supposed to have fun in this life. We're supposed to have fun in every aspect of our life. Like, we literally are supposed to. We're supposed to get through the sad times. We're supposed to just feel our emotions. We're supposed to understand that those emotions are just emotions, and they don't last forever, and we're gonna get through it, and there's always a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, and it's okay to just go through the journey. It's okay to enjoy the journey. It's okay to have time to ourselves when we feel sad or down. It's like a balance, yin and yang. You're gonna have your highs and you're gonna have your lows. It's totally normal. Just never give up on yourself and fall into your sorrows and then be a victim to your own mind. Be a victim to the external world. So going into year 21, I'm allowing myself to not be afraid to create more, to not be afraid to go out there, to not be afraid to expect the unexpected, to not be afraid to just be in my light, to be ditzy, to be happy-go-lucky when I want to be happy-go-lucky, and be chilled when I want to be chill, and to just be whatever I desire to be, do whatever I want. Year 21, I'm not oversharing my life because I don't have to over-explain anything to anybody. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. I know me. I'm comfortable within me. Like, I don't have to attach myself so quickly to anybody, nor do I have to trauma bond. I'm in a new place in my life. I could be aware of my past without allowing my past to be the reason why I connect with people, because that's like trauma bonding, if you get what I mean. I would rather connect with people because of who I am in the present moment, not because of what I choose to carry from my past. You guys get what I mean? Year 21, I'm just free-flowing. I'm beautiful. I'm alluring. I'm a mystery. I'm fun. I'm outgoing. I don't try too hard. I'm just myself. Or whoever I believe myself to be as of right now, because the journey still has to go on. And I'm allowing myself to be okay with change and to ask myself, how does my awareness really think versus what the world may think? So that is it. That is all for this video. I am so happy to have you guys on this journey with me. It's going to be an amazing one. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and watch my other 6 videos leading up to this moment. And make sure you stay tuned to see my birthday vlog, to see how things go. No, I am not quote unquote celebrating tomorrow. I'm just, doing what I would normally do when I go up north. However, it's still going to be a great day. I'm going to celebrate my birthday after my birthday, but I'm really just going off the frequency that every day is my birthday. I was just born today. But yeah. Until next time, my lovelies, I love you so much, and I pray you took something from this video. Let me know in the comment section below. If you're not 21 yet, or if you are 21, what are some things that you learned when you were 20 years old? I would love to know. All right, stay up, stay lovely. Remember that you are the observer of your reality. Bye.